Hey, Shalom, first and foremost, I'd like to say Barakatah, Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham, Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to the sincere Akim that push this truth in all due diligence and sincerity. I'm on my way to the plantation, so I'm going to do this more as of a walk and talk. But here in the UK, the British Broadcasting Company faces backlash, corporation faces backlash after they edit out Free Palestine but fail to remove the usage of the word nigger as they put their N-word from usage. So in a nutshell, Michael B. Jordan and the director of Sinners, I believe, I forget his name, Simon, I believe, something along those lines. But either way, two Israelite men, two so-called black men get up on stage. They present an award in a specific category. And as they're on the stage, this cracker, this Edomite honky, with tourettes, allegedly, says, nigga bitch, like basically, bitch nigga, from the crowd. And then, they stood there looking all sorts of confused. One of the actors in the film that he was, the guy with Tourette's was in, ends up winning. And I think the actor, Simon, he just leaves directly after presenting the award in shock. You got Michael B. Jordan looking stunned. Blatant humiliation ritual, more than likely. But regardless, it's a disrespect to Jake. And you know why? Because at the end of the day, you motherfuckers put your trust in Egypt, man. BBC faces backlash after they edit out Free Palestine but failed to remove the use of the word nigger. The guy said he was sat there twitching, doing his twitching shit, and he said, you nigger bitch, and they kept that shit in. But the BAFTAs operate about 2 hours behind live TV, and then the editors managed to get the Free Palestine and all of the other claims that they, all the so-called anti-Semitic, allegedly, claims out, but that's a whole other story. But they made sure when that guy at Tourette's said, bitch, nigga bitch, that shit stayed in there. And Jacob also shocked, flabbergasted, you want to use the corporate terms, but that's because you niggas just love Egypt too much, man. You chose to go down to Egypt rather than trusting in your Yahweh, Shai, and then you act surprised when your Egyptian lovers mistreat you. Isaiah the 31st chapter of verse 1, woe meaning destruction to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek they the Lord, Yahweh. You see, because Michael B. Jordan and that other guy, Simon, they're high up enough in this society to know that it's run by dirty, filthy Edomites, man. Crackers like that individual with Tourette's that are straight up demons, probably child molesters. They know that these things are true. We used to say these things and people will look at us like, you're crazy. No way is the world run by pedophiles. And then the Epstein files come out and then you got all sorts of famous A-list actors and sports personalities and tech giants and presidents and prime ministers and princes even, alleged, and all of a sudden it's, just because their name's there is not an admission of guilt. Because people are in denial. Even 2/3 of our people, man, because they love this place. And that's why the Lord's going to kill you for your love of this place. Going straight to the point, Isaiah the 30th chapter, verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and your trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Because you, Jake, love this place so much, and you love your master Esau, the Lord's going to have it to where your love for this man is going to end up being your destruction, because pursuant to the book of Sirach, the 12th chapter, he's going to revert back to his wicked ways. He's going to do you dirty. He's going to treat you lesser than. He's going to make sure that you remember that in his eyes, you ain't nothing but a nigger, boy. Yeah? A nigger bitch. In the words of that fucking deranged cracker with Tourette's. Yo, listen. And that's why they won't let no real Jakes around that BAFTA shit, because say some shit like that, you getting cursed the fuck out, man. And to be honest with you, we wouldn't even be in an institution like that anyway, because at the end of the day, we know what those people are about, man. Child sacrifice, alphabet gangism, the LG, you know, to the Q. Like, we know what these people get down with, so we wouldn't even put ourselves in that scenario, because we don't need Esau's validation. And that's why these fucking devils hate this truth, because ultimately we know that the only being we need validation from is Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Kadash. And other than that, we don't need fucking Esau to come and tell us how to operate as a unit. Brothers got order from the apostles and elders on down for the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Niggas that are out here saying, how can we be in 2026 and these devils are still being racist? How can we still be in 2026? And these people still hate us, bro. Just a second. But what you gotta understand is, that's it. What you gotta understand is, no matter, like, a serpent is always gonna be a serpent, bro. You can get that shit in your house, feed it mice every day at 8 in the morning and 6 p.m. You give it breakfast and dinner. You could play songs and have it twirling and shit and think that, you know, you got the snake hypnotized and, you know, you're giving it like musical therapy and cooking it food. But let that snake get the opportunity to get out of that casing, right? Without some food, and even if it does have food, let it get out of that casing. You're gonna learn why that poisonous snakes are not to be played with. That's within the scriptures. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rust the source is wickedness. That's in the book of Sirach, right around about the 12th chapter. Why the fuck are you niggas still trying to join hand in hand with Esau? Why are you trimming yourself? What trim is thy way to make love? Why is it that you got to trim your ways to seek love from the fucking devil? You see, we don't need Esau's fucking approval, pardon my language, because when we get into the kingdom, we're going to be operating without his parameters. We're going to be operating with him in our servitude. Proverbs 11 and 21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. The seed of the righteous, man, yeah? And ultimately, that's speaking about the elect. Not even the entire nation of Israel is going to be delivered. The Lord's going to let 2/3 of our people die. That's the harsh reality of the truth, man. Understand that this truth ain't about niceties, man. This is not about the get-along gang, the come-along to get-along gang. This is not about us just forgiving Edomites for all of the wickedness that they've done unto our people. They got to die, man. We're not, and it's a fact. After 1,000 years of captivity, every single one of these devils, from the chiefest of them to the least, from the top Amalekite devil, all the way down to the Temanites, all the way down to your average base assault Edomite with a pot belly that watches football and can barely speak his own language. Like, all of these fucking devils are going into captivity, man. Revelations 13 and 9, if any man have an ear to hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, you know, yes, excuse me, wealthy crackers with money came down to the interiors of Africa, and that where Jake were hiding after Roman persecution and had set up our kingdoms and that. And they took Jake and they scattered us, even some of us fled into the Arab world. But you had Jake that got taken to the UK, to America, Babylon, to the Caribbean islands, and they were forced to pick sugar cane and cotton and other coffee and all sorts of other things. Right now, even in America, you look at, even here in the UK, a lot of the slave owners were wealthy, but modern day Edomites still tormented Jake, man. You couldn't even look at a fucking modern Edomite woman in the face, because she could turn around and say that you raped her. The whole town would come down on you even after slavery. What you gotta understand is these modern day crackers, even these standard Joes that go to the pub in 2026 and hold a pint and watch Manchester United lose games and hold corn, like those types of crackers still had us in subjection and fear. We were in fear of children, Edomite babies. Fucking white man use our so-called black women to rear his ugly demonic children, man. You gotta understand, these devils are sick. They gotta be fucking put down, man. And the Lord Yahweh is going to make sure that the elect get our first dibs, man. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This devil gotta go, man. He's gonna get the heavy judgment deserved for the wickedness that he brought upon us. And I'm telling you, we're not gonna be worried in that day about a nigga bitch slur. Cause we ain't niggas. We're the sons of Israel, man. These Edomites, man, are the ones that are trying to run away from their heritage. They don't want to know that. Don't want it to be known that they're Edomites. These so-called white people, these pasty motherfucking leprous dogs. They don't want it to be publicly known, and that's why the majority of Jakes don't know that blonde hair, according to the scriptures in the book of Leviticus, is leprous. They don't know that the full pasty skin of an Edomite is technically clean leprosy, man, where it becomes non-infectious, man. They don't want you people knowing that. They don't want you knowing that that they're lesser than, and the fact that they got to wear sunscreen and have protective eye care for their leprous eyes and all of that makes them lesser than, and there's a deficiency. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you, Jake, coming out of that blackness and understanding that you're the sons of Jacob, man. So they just keep you hooked onto this. Oh, we love diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're about everybody working together for a greater future. We're about inclusion. We love you all. Fuck Esau, Edom, man. But at the end of the day, we ain't trying to follow your wicked ass in your wicked ways. Pursuant to Exodus, the 23rd chapter. Yeah, I don't know about the 3rd verse. Scripture says, follow not a multitude to do evil, man. You know? We're not trying to get down with this fucking devil. We don't give a fuck about your reparations. You are going to be the reparations. And after that 1,000 years, we're going to burn every single one of you, pursuant to Obadiah verse 18. Thus saith the Lord, man. So fuck the BBC, fuck the Baptists, fuck these crackers, fuck Esau Edom. May the Lord Yahweh Shai bring a speedy riddance to Esau Edom and the two first that love him. Yahweh Shai Baba Kasha, Abad Babal, Abad Adawam, Abad Ashashwa. Kwame Ashala, man. Shalom. Fuck these crackers, man.